Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, let me tell you something. There comes a time in life when you must master the art of silence. You must learn to hold your peace, not because you are weak, not because you are afraid, but because you understand that every action does not require a reaction. There is a power in silence that many people overlook. In a world that constantly demands a response, a reaction, and a rebuttal, the ability to stay quiet is a discipline few have mastered. Silence is not weakness, it is wisdom. It is the strength to resist the temptation to engage in battles that do not serve your purpose. When you learn to control your tongue, you gain control over situations that were designed to pull you down. When people disrespect you, when they come at you with words meant to wound, the natural reaction is to respond. It is to defend yourself, to set the record straight, to make sure they know you are not one to be disrespected. But what if I told you that your silence speaks louder than any argument you could ever have? Silence unsettles people, it confuses those who expect a reaction. When you do not respond to foolishness, you strip it of its power because some battles are not worth fighting and some words are not worth acknowledging. Silence is a tool of the wise. It allows you to observe rather than react, to assess rather than attack. When emotions are high, words become weapons. And in the heat of the moment, you may say things that can never be taken back. But when you choose silence, you give yourself the space to think, to reflect, to rise above the noise instead of being consumed by it. Silence is also a sign of spiritual maturity. It is the ability to trust that you do not need to defend yourself because the truth will always reveal itself. It is an understanding that God sees, God knows, and God will handle what needs to be handled. The battle is not always yours to fight. Sometimes the best thing you can do is be still, stay quiet, and let divine justice take its course. When you respond to disrespect with silence, you show that you are in control. You are not controlled by anger, by ego, or by the need to prove anything to anybody. You are operating on a higher level. You are showing that your time, your energy, and your peace are too valuable to be wasted on people who thrive on drama and chaos, because the truth is, silence is not just the absence of words. It is the presence of strength. It is the ultimate response that leaves those who seek to provoke you powerless. Disrespect is something that everyone will face at some point in life. It can come from strangers, colleagues, friends, or even family. It can be subtle or outright, spoken or unspoken, intentional or unintentional. But regardless of how it comes, it has one purpose: to provoke a reaction. Disrespect is designed to pull you out of character, to make you act in a way that contradicts who you are. It seeks to shift your focus from what truly matters to something that is beneath you. Many people feel the need to respond immediately when they are disrespected. They want to clap back, to defend their name, to make sure no one gets away with speaking to them a certain way. But responding to disrespect is often a waste of energy. When you argue with someone who has already made up their mind about you, you are not convincing them. You are exhausting yourself. When you stoop down to the level of someone who operates in negativity, you are allowing them to dictate your actions. Disrespect often says more about the person giving it than the person receiving it. When people speak out of anger, jealousy, or insecurity, they reveal their own internal struggles. Their words are not a reflection of your worth, your value, or your purpose. They are a reflection of what is going on inside of them. When you truly understand this, you stop taking disrespect personally. You realize that their words do not define you. Their actions do not diminish you. Their opinion does not determine your destiny. Some people thrive on getting a reaction out of you. They test you, push your buttons, and wait for you to lose control. The moment you respond, they feel empowered. But when you refuse to engage, when you walk away, when you stay quiet, you rob them of the power they thought they had. You show them that you are operating on a different level, one where their words have no weight, where their insults have no effect, where their disrespect does not disrupt your peace. Disrespect is inevitable, but your reaction is a choice. You can choose to engage in meaningless battles, or you can choose to protect your energy. You can choose to argue with those who do not matter, or you can choose to stay focused on what does. You can choose to let their words shake you, or you can choose to stand firm, unmoved, unbothered, and undistracted. Strategy is what separates the wise from the impulsive. It is what allows you to move with purpose instead of reacting out of emotion. When dealing with disrespect, strategy is knowing when to speak and when to stay quiet, when to engage and when to walk away. It is understanding that every battle is not worth fighting, every insult is not worth addressing, and every provocation is not worth your time. Without strategy, you will find yourself constantly distracted, caught up in meaningless conflicts that drain your energy and shift your focus from where it truly belongs. A strategic person does not allow their emotions to dictate their actions. They do not react simply because they feel offended. They pause, they assess, they recognize that some things are beneath them and do not require a response. This does not mean they are weak or passive. It means they are operating with wisdom. A response given in the heat of the moment may feel justified, but it can also cause unnecessary damage. Words spoken in anger cannot be taken back, and actions made without thought can have long-term consequences. Strategy is about maintaining control over yourself. It is about refusing to be manipulated by those who want to see you act out of character. When someone disrespects you, they are looking for a reaction. They want you to get upset. They want you to lose composure. They want to pull you down to their level. But when you operate with strategy, you do not give them what they want. You do not respond to every insult. You do not dignify every attack with a reaction. Instead, you remain composed, understanding that silence can be more powerful than words. A strategic person understands that not every battle needs to be won in the moment. Some victories come through patience, through wisdom, through letting time reveal the truth. It is easy to respond immediately, to prove a point, to defend your name, but true power is found in restraint. True wisdom is knowing that not everything needs your attention. When you live with strategy, you are not easily provoked. You are not easily thrown off course. You are intentional about where you invest your energy. You understand that your time is valuable, your peace is priceless, and your purpose is too great to be sidetracked by things that do not matter. Discipline is the ability to control yourself when everything in you wants to react. It is the power to hold your tongue when you are tempted to respond, to walk away when your pride tells you to stay and fight, to remain calm when your emotions are pushing you toward anger. Discipline is what keeps you from being controlled by the actions of others. It is what allows you to move with wisdom instead of impulse. Without discipline, you will find yourself constantly reacting to disrespect, constantly defending yourself, constantly engaging in battles that were never meant for you. It takes discipline to stay quiet when someone speaks against you. It takes discipline to ignore the opinions of people who do not know your heart. It takes discipline to resist the urge to clap back, to prove yourself, to make sure everyone knows your side of the story. But discipline reminds you that not every action requires a reaction. Not every situation is worth your time. Discipline is not weakness, it is strength. It is knowing that silence does not mean surrender. It is understanding that holding your peace does not mean you are powerless. In fact, it means you are in control. When you lack discipline, you are easily provoked. You are tossed back and forth by the words and opinions of others. You allow outside voices to dictate your mood, your mindset, and your behavior. But when you have discipline, you remain unmoved. You stay focused on what truly matters. You refuse to let the negativity of others pull you into a place you do not belong. There will always be people who try to test you, who push your buttons, who challenge your patience. They will try to provoke a reaction to bring you into their chaos, to make you respond in a way that goes against who you truly are. But discipline allows you to rise above it. It keeps you grounded when everything around you is trying to shake you. It helps you stay in control of your emotions, your words, and your actions. Discipline is not just about what you do, it is about what you choose not to do. It is about the battles you refuse to fight, the distractions you refuse to entertain, and the negativity you refuse to absorb. It is about protecting your energy, guarding your peace, and staying focused on the bigger picture. Purpose is the reason you are here. It is the calling on your life, the assignment you have been given, the path you are meant to walk. When you truly understand your purpose, you do not have time to engage in meaningless battles. You do not waste energy on proving yourself to people who were never meant to understand you. You do not allow the distractions of disrespect, criticism, or negativity to pull you away from what you were created to do. Purpose gives you clarity, it gives you direction, it reminds you of what is truly important and what is simply noise. When you are walking in your purpose, you will face opposition. You will encounter people who do not see your vision, who do not believe in your calling, who will try to minimize your value. Some will question you, some will mock you, some will even try to block you. But when you know who you are and why you are here, you do not let the opinions of others shake you. You do not allow temporary opposition to make you doubt what you already know to be true. Purpose gives you the strength to keep going even when others do not support you, even when they misunderstand you, even when they try to bring you down. Disrespect is a tool of distraction. It is meant to shift your focus from what truly matters to something that does not serve you. It is meant to stir up emotions, to pull you into conflict, to get you off track. But when you are rooted in purpose, you do not respond to everything that comes your way. You do not let small minded people pull you into meaningless debates. You do not waste time explaining yourself to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. You stay focused on the assignment that has been placed in your hand. Purpose requires discipline. It requires knowing when to walk away, when to be silent, when to let things go. It requires wisdom to discern what is worth your energy and what is not. When you understand your purpose, you protect your time, your peace, and your mind. You do not allow negativity to consume you. You do not let distractions pull you in. You keep moving forward, not because everything is easy, but because you know you have something greater ahead of you than anything trying to pull you back. Destiny is bigger than the moment you are in. It is greater than the temporary emotions you feel. It is not defined by what people say about you, how they treat you, or the respect they do or do not give you. Destiny is the fulfillment of everything you were created to be, the place where purpose and calling collide. When you truly grasp the weight of your destiny, you begin to realize that some battles are simply not worth your time. Some arguments do not deserve your voice. Some situations are only distractions trying to pull you away from where you are supposed to go. People who do not understand your destiny will always have something to say. They will try to place limits on you based on their own insecurities. They will speak against you because they do not see what God has placed inside of you. They will try to undermine your growth because they are threatened by it, but their words do not determine your future. Their opinions do not dictate your outcome. When you understand your destiny, you stop responding to everything that comes against you because you recognize that the fight is not yours to begin with. Disrespect is a tool used by those who want to keep you from reaching your next level. It is a distraction designed to make you forget who you are. It is meant to make you react, to make you step out of character, to make you focus on things that do not serve your growth. But destiny requires discipline. It requires you to rise above the noise, to stay focused on what truly matters, to refuse to be pulled into unnecessary conflict. You do not have to prove yourself to people who are not part of your future. You do not have to convince anyone of your worth. You do not have to engage in battles that do not align with your purpose. When you understand your destiny, you protect your energy, you guard your peace, you choose silence over unnecessary conflict because you know where you are going and you refuse to let anything pull you off course. Every great destiny comes with opposition. Every great calling comes with resistance. But the weight of your destiny is greater than the weight of their words. The magnitude of your purpose is greater than the momentary sting of their disrespect. You keep moving forward, not because it is easy, but because you know you are meant for more. Elevation does not come without opposition. The moment you start rising, the moment you start growing, the moment you start stepping into the fullness of who you are meant to be, there will be people who do not like it. There will be people who question you, who criticize you, who try to bring you back down to the level they are comfortable with. Not everyone can handle your elevation. Not everyone will celebrate your growth. Some people benefited from your silence, from your insecurity, from your smaller version of yourself. And the moment you start stepping into something greater, they feel threatened. Disrespect often comes when you begin to outgrow the spaces you once occupied. People become uncomfortable when they see you rising above what they expected. They may talk about you. They may try to discredit you. They may try to make you second guess yourself. But when you understand that elevation comes with resistance, you do not waste time trying to explain yourself. You do not fight battles that are meant to distract you. You do not let small-minded people pull you back into conversations that no longer serve you. Elevation requires a shift in mindset. It requires you to stop reacting to everything that tries to pull you down. It requires you to choose wisdom over impulse, strategy over emotion, and purpose over pride. When you are truly rising, you no longer have the luxury of engaging in every argument. You no longer have the time to defend yourself against people who are determined to misunderstand you. You begin to realize that your silence is more powerful than your response, that your growth is more impactful than your words, and that your ability to stay focused is what will take you to the next level. Not everyone is meant to go where you are going. Not everyone is supposed to understand your journey. Some people will watch from a distance. Some will criticize from the sidelines. Some will try to pull you back into old conversations, old habits, and old conflicts. But when you are being elevated, you must learn to let go of what no longer aligns with your purpose. You must learn to walk away from unnecessary battles. You must learn to stay quiet in moments where your energy is better spent moving forward. Elevation demands that you leave behind anything that does not serve your destiny, including the need to respond to those who do not support your growth. Faithfulness is the ability to stay committed to your purpose despite opposition, to remain steadfast in your journey even when distractions try to pull you away. It is the discipline to keep going, to keep building, to keep believing, even when people misunderstand you, disrespect you, or try to minimize your worth. When you are faithful to your calling, you do not waste energy on unnecessary battles. You do not allow temporary emotions to dictate permanent decisions. You do not give attention to people who do not have the power to determine your destiny. Being faithful means trusting that you do not have to respond to every insult, every criticism, or every moment of disrespect. It means understanding that your validation does not come from the approval of people, but from the purpose placed inside of you. People will talk, people will judge, people will assume things about you that are not true. But when you are truly faithful, you do not let their words shake you. You do not let their negativity become your focus. You keep your eyes forward, trusting that your consistency will speak louder than their criticism. Faithfulness requires self control. It requires you to rise above petty conflicts, to stay disciplined in your actions, and to recognize that not every battle is yours to fight. When you are faithful to your purpose, you stop responding to things that do not align with where you are going. You stop engaging in conversations that do not serve your growth. You stop seeking validation from people who were never meant to understand your journey. Instead, you focus on the work ahead, knowing that your faithfulness will produce results that no amount of negativity can stop. People who lack faithfulness are easily distracted. They are moved by every opinion, every rumor, and every moment of opposition. But those who are truly committed to their path understand that endurance is key. They know that the road to success is not about proving themselves to others, but about remaining faithful to the process. There will always be moments when it feels tempting to respond, to defend yourself, to set the record straight. But faithfulness teaches you to stay silent, to stay focused, to stay committed to the work, and to trust that everything else will take care of itself. When you are truly faithful, you do not allow the noise of others to pull you away from the purpose that has already been placed within you. Victory is not won in the moment of battle, it is secured in the discipline of knowing when to fight and when to stay still. True victory is not found in proving yourself to others, in responding to every insult, or in engaging with every person who disrespects you. Victory is walking away from unnecessary conflict, keeping your peace intact, and refusing to let small-minded people pull you into battles that do not serve your purpose. It is the ability to rise above the noise, to remain unmoved by negativity, and to continue forward without being distracted by those who want to see you fail. When you understand victory, you realize that not every fight is worth your time. Some battles are designed to drain you, to exhaust you, to shift your focus away from where you are supposed to be. But true victory comes in knowing that your energy is too valuable to be wasted on meaningless disputes. You do not need to respond to everything that is said about you. You do not need to correct every false narrative. You do not need to fight for a reputation that will be proven by your consistency over time. Victory is often found in silence. It is in the moments when you refuse to react, when you choose wisdom over impulse, when you walk away from negativity instead of engaging in it. The greatest form of strength is not in how loudly you respond, but in how confidently you remain still. It takes wisdom to know that not every battle is yours to fight, that some things are better left unaddressed, and that silence can be the most powerful answer to those who seek to pull you down.